Hello. Hi, everybody. Welcome to episode 2 of Mental Hellness. I am super excited. Mental Hellness, where our production value rivals only your very favorite cable community television shows. I'm trying to adjust here because this looks like I have a really big head. Today on the show, I get to talk to a really funny lady. Her name is Erin Keaney, and for the last 8 years, she has produced her own comedy show. You might have heard of it around the city, Time Out, which is a really fun show. I know because I've been on it and had a great time. Erin has a background in film, in television, in musical theater, and she's done a ton of voice work. And she's also a writer, and she's written and contributed to many different magazines. She's also a single mother of 2 girls, if that isn't enough to keep your plate full and to add to your mental healthness. Also, she has shared with me that she has been depressed, anxious, and medicated for the past 27 years. So, in other words, she's my kind of gal. So I am just waiting for Erin to pop up into the waiting room and join us so that we can get this party started and have a conversation. She is, let's see, not in my waiting room yet. How's this for live to recording? What can I talk to you about then while I wait for Erin? I am having a really weird time trying to get used to the new world of virtual chats. So you probably can tell that, but it's been a real learning experience, but it has been adding to my sense of mental healthness. So I'm really happy to report that Erin is here, and we're going to admit her, and we're going to have a chat. And here she comes. Da 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 da. Erin, where is she? She's here. Where is she? Hello?
Hello?
How come I can't see you?
Hold on, let me get this going. Here we go.
Mental healthness. There she is. I was just babbling as I was saying really nice things about you. It's nice to see you, by the way.
Oh, it's nice to see you. I'm sweating from getting out of the shower.
Right? And our aircon just conked out on Sunday. So I'm sitting by a window and I've got fans going and it's just, but it's really nice to see you. And I was saying really nice things about you. And then I was kind of rambling because I don't know about you, this new world of virtually talking to people and then trying to put on some kind of semblance of a show. It's freaking hard. It's hard for an old dog like me.
Listen, honey, cheers. I turned 50.
Hey! Happy birthday.
It is what it is.
See, I got a couple of years on you, and I'm finding that the 50s are the new 40s. Let's just say that. We're coming into our own. We're figuring shit out, right? Mm-hmm. So in the intro, I talked about the little nugget you shared with me that you've been depressed and anxious and medicated for 27 years. In other words, my kind of gal.
Are we recording? Are we doing?
We're doing this.
Okay, good. Okay.
We're recording. This is like that we're in my bedroom. This is the production value. Like think Wayne's World. That's
okay.
That's the production value.
Wayne's World did okay.
It did all right. So yeah, so we're recording. So tell me about this. Tell me about how you're managing this whole friggin' COVID and how's that shaking down for you?
You know what? I think like everybody else on Facebook, because we're all writing novels on our updates.
Yeah.
These folkies just writing on their old folky book about how they're being affected and there's so much that's happening and we're just so I just find I'm just prickly aware, like I'm just very prickly sensitive and So you know what? We've all done our baking to distract us. We've all done exercise
Yeah.
and felt like we're not doing what we could be doing. And why is so and so looking so much better? And social media doesn't help with the beautiful bread posts and and all the talk about wine, which I like a glass of wine, but I think it's a slippery slope. And I think when all of this is done, all the drinking will probably affect people in a negative way. So I
Oh
have a hard
yeah.
time straddling the joking about drinking
Yeah.
and then taking it seriously, because it is a depressant and
Yes.
people self-medicate with that and other kinds of drugs. So it's um I don't know. I think I just take it day by day.
Hmm.
uh I try and find the little victories. I mean, I I was yesterday, I couldn't find an email, and my 13-year-old daughter was sitting beside me, and I was going, mother fucking cock sucking fucking cock sucking fuck. And she just said, I'm going to go and sit outside. And I mean, if you look at my social media, I look like I'm handling like this, like a boss ass bitch. And then I'm screaming cocksucker in front of my 13-year-old.
Right.
They
Right.
have TikTok, so they've seen worse, and I just have to go, okay, I forgive. And then I have to look at the positives. The little victory was I got these bikes fixed for our girls, and we were riding bikes, and nobody was whining or complaining. We were just
Oh.
enjoying. So teeny tiny victories, and less social media time, but
Yeah.
my work requires me to be on social media, so it's distracting, but it's also part of what I do. So what are you doing?
Oh God, you know what? It's funny you say that about, the little victories with your kids and stuff, because I have an 18-year-old and I'm actually pretty impressed overall with how he's been managing this whole quarantine thing. But now we're just getting to the point where the motherfucking cocksucking, all of that's happening every day because
Yeah.
we're just a little bit too close. We're just too intertwined, and it's like trying to make space. And I've thought anyway for the last 18 years that I'm psychologically scarring him anyway. Like I'm pretty convinced he's going to write a book about me, and I hope he does, and I hope it does well. But I'm finding that doing something like this is really, it's selfish for me. I thought, let's create a little bit of a chat show so I can talk to other people about how they're managing kind of the hellness, because I think there's a lot of places where we can, which is a good thing, we can talk about mental wellness and we can have those deeper conversations. But I thought, what about just chatting about like some of the crazy?
Oh,
And
I've cried. I've sat on the couch and I cried,
yeah.
and then I've had too many beers
Mhm.
one night, and then just feel like ass the next day and go,
Yep.
why did I do that? And then just get out a big water bottle and drink and try and be healthy, um and being on medication, if you have one drink, it's like you're actually having two.
Yep.
And I've it's I've definitely had some challenging times, and then I have really good times. So I think I love John Kabat-Zinn, who's, I don't know,
Oh,
you know,
mindfulness. Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
so the mindfulness. So yeah, I always have him. I'm going to get a t-shirt with his face on it, and nobody's going to know who it is, but
That's awesome.
I have such a crush on him because, I mean, if you listen to his videos on YouTube, he's got sticky mouth, so that can get a bit annoying. But if you can get past that, he's very calming.
I don't know if I could get past that, but if you say so.
Read the book then. Read
Okay.
the book, and don't
Okay.
listen to his.
Clearing the spit.
He's getting up there, and he's got like old man mouth. But what he says is, and I love some of the stuff that he says. He says, you can't change the waves. you can't control that. And what we want to do when we are feeling down is control, especially in this atmosphere right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a shit show.
Mm-hmm.
And we want to control that. And we can't. We don't know when this is going to be over.
For
We
sure.
also are dealing with residual US stuff that's happening. People's CERB is going to be running out. Right now, because I'm in real estate, people are like, I gotta sell my house, and it's just so heightened.
Mm-hmm.
And John Kabat-Zinn says you can't control the waves, but you can learn how to ride them. And you and I know, because we've been doing this for, it was 23 when I was diagnosed
Yep.
with depression, and then
Yep.
anxiety attaches on the back of that. And
Yep.
my therapist basically said to me, he said, the worst episode is the first one, because you don't know what the fuck is happening.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
When it comes again, it doesn't mean it's not horrible, but you know that it passes, and you just have to figure out, I mean, and mental illness is a snowflake. So I'm only speaking for myself, and I've had a really good reaction with medication and stuff. So, but I've done I feel fine. I don't need to be on meds. I'm going to come back. And then everybody around me goes, why are you doing this? You feel fine because you're at the right amount. And I'm like, but I don't need it. I don't want to count on it. It's like, if I had glasses, I wouldn't say, you know what, I'm sure I could see if I take these off, it wouldn't be an issue. So, and I still do it 27 years in. I'm still going, do I really need this medication?
Really?
I'm like, yes, you do. And I will come in there and slap your face.
It's, oh man, it's so true. It's so true. And I think I love what you said about like the first time is the worst, because one of the things that happens, I think, is that terror, that existential terror that attaches itself to the first panic attack or the first real dip in depression. And it still feels scary because there is that sense of being out of control. But you're definitely right that if you can get that voice, that my voice gets muffled when I'm really depressed, or somebody's talking to me like that. But if I can tap into that voice and listen to it say, it's just a day, get through the day. And my son, who, as I was saying, is 18, one of the cool things, because I've been this way my whole life, and he's been in on the conversation since he was little, now I can have a panic attack and he can rub my back while he's looking on his phone. And just, somebody calls me, and my mother calls me, he picks up the phone and says, Mom's just having a panic attack. She'll be fine in a few minutes. She'll call you back. I think those kind of conversations have really helped kind of buoy me up a little bit, because it's not this deep, dark secret anymore.
No. It's like an asthma attack. You're just having an asthma attack.
Yeah, for sure. And it looks and feels a lot like that. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, what about you with your girls? Are they sort of completely in the know?
Oh yeah, they do. And I'm also perimenopausal, and I've got 2 teenage girls. So that's
how's the hormone level?
Yeah, so that's part of the sucking cock fuck. That's where that comes in. And my periods have, just like my PMS has been off the charts, but it's a challenge, and I mean, I'm still terrible at it, but now I'm starting to be able to, through experience, see what's happening and step outside and go, you can decide how you're going to react. You're kicking this in through habit, this very reactive reaction, but now you know that this is going to pass, and you don't have to, you can choose. And that's so difficult. I'm not good at it, but I'm starting to be able to step outside and recognize. So the girls are actually really good at vocalizing how they feel about it. They'll say, you're scaring me, but at the same time, and I'll go, okay, but it passes. And I'm just kind of I am a toddler in a way. I'm just having a temper tantrum.
Oh yeah.
Let's pass, and we can joke about it. And then one of them will say, did you take your antidepressants today? And I'm like, yes. And it's a family history, and they know the whole
Yeah.
asthma. If asthma, you go on medication. If you have diabetes, you go on
Yeah.
medication. If you need glasses, you get glasses. So
Yep.
it's very normalized here. It's still a pain in their ass when I'm yelling, and I don't yell at them. Well, I do yell at them. Yes, I do. But
Yeah,
that's
let's be real. Because say that you do, because I shriek. I
yeah,
yell at my son all the time.
yeah. I do.
So
I
yeah.
totally do.
And
I have
it's shrieky.
Snapchat.
Do you find when you're like, when I'm coming from a place of where it's my anxiety or my panic, it's really shrieky. It's like this grating kind of, I can almost feel like a seagull or something like this coming out of my
No,
mouth. You don't shriek like that? That's just me.
no, but I'm equally annoying.
Yeah. A different
My
kind of annoying.
it's that I got to get out of the room because
Mm,
it's so uncomfortable, and I don't need to be around it.
yeah.
Mine's more stomping and crying and
Slamming doors? How about that?
do I slam doors? No, I basically just need help, and it's because I'm so frustrated.
Yeah, yeah.
So frustrated, and I have this fear of being um, not knowing. That's my thing. But I can easily talk about it. I go for therapy. Like I have therapy once a week.
Oh,
I
that's good.
I medicate. I exercise for the most part, but I fall off the exercise thing. I could be really, really, really good at it, and then I don't do it, and then I see the results of that. So it's like, okay, I've
Yeah,
learned my.
it's one of those things that, like, you hate to do it, but man, is it so much better for you when you do it. Any of the choices that you make, whether it's healthy eating, like you can, I've been eating like a pig, like as many people have over the last few months, and I think that's a real contributor then to the down, right?
Oh, absolutely.
So many carbs, so many carbs. I haven't seen a vegetable in months, right?
But the
Uh,
carbs are so good, especially when they're warm and they're fresh.
please, like the bread and the pizza and the whatever, you name it. But
Oh,
you said something a couple minutes ago about the not knowing, and you said about not. Do you find that that's part of the out of control? Is because I know for me, when I only start to feel better when I know what's going to happen next, and it's really hard to know what's going to happen next for me.
but you really don't know what's going to happen next, do you? You don't.
No, but I really get hung up on that. And one of the biggest annoyances, I think, for my family and anybody who is in any way close to me is I'm very, what are you doing? When are you doing it? How is this going to affect me? What should I be doing at this time? What should you be doing at this time? And I even climb into other people's business. And so what I mean by that, my son is an adult. He's making plans to do stuff. I still need to climb in there and go, but what exactly and how and what, because it's very selfish, right? Because it makes me feel better. It
Yeah.
takes the pressure off me. And you realize when you have mental illness like we do, what a negative impact you can have on the people around you, but you got to hope that they know you well enough to kind of, I don't know, ignore you, slough it off. I don't know.
And I also think you have a responsibility to, which is hard, recognize your patterns.
Yeah.
So, I always, like I said, I'm not good at it, but I'm starting to, I nag the kids, and then I remember as kids, the voice that they hear in their head is mine and their dad's and the important people around them.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, oh God, there have been some not nice voices I've put in my girls' heads. So I try to explain to them, look, I'm human, and I don't have the answers. And what I said could have been more clear, but that's on me. So I have to work on that. If you could meet me and realize that right now this is how I'm feeling because of this situation,
Right.
maybe we can work it out. And how did it make you feel? And it's just it's the communicating. Now, I don't do that all the time because I'm also busy trying to work and
Yep.
look after us. And I think what the main takeaway with this is, because, like, listen, I'm an actor, so having work and then not having work for a while, that has been my whole life. Yes, it's been stressful, but I've been doing that since I was 18 years old, and hustling and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
I think being in the house with the girls, being scared, seeing the news, knowing that we've never had to go through a pandemic before, and that people are dying.
And it's not over. It's not over.
No.
Like, that's the thing.
Over.
You can't, just because people are getting bored doesn't make it over.
No.
That's the other thing, right?
So you just have to, and we don't know how it's spreading, and you can fall down that rabbit hole, or you can wash your hands properly, wear a mask, try and stay inside or close to family. And, you know, it's okay to have your sourdough bread and adopt a puppy and get some ducks and just run. How many women do I see just fucking running from their problems on the boardwalk, just running, getting the fuck away? But you know, they get the endorphins, and everybody's mad. Like, today there was a fight on the beach between two people, and it was like, and it's because we are seeing people react to each other like that. Yeah. And so it kind of subconsciously gets in there. And I mean, I'm not part of it, and I'm yelling at my kids, and I think we just have to let this pass. I mean, there was a world war that lasted for 6 years.
Oh yeah.
We didn't go through it, so this is our reality, and that doesn't make it less important. There's a lot of stuff on the line, and I think it's making us reevaluate, but I also think it's making us talk more about what we're going through, and you know, the whole being vulnerable, blah blah blah, and you just it just is what it is on a plate, your life. Yeah. And deal with it. Figure that shit out on your plate, and just be kind. Don't worry about others, which is hard to do because he's your son and you care, and you get in your head and it starts around and around and around, and you can't let it go, and you kind of have to.
That's it. It's getting off of that, you know, the hamster wheel. I know it's cliche, but it's cliche for a reason, because we find ourselves on it and we're just on this continuous loop. And then there's the whole, pardon?
You've been training a long time on that wheel.
Right. And I should be able to know when to stop. And that's kind of.
Yeah, that's the illness.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. So that's why I continue to take my medication. Firm believer in my medication. It's my, it's my shield, right? So as we wrap up here, you've given a lot of really good nuggets. And there's one nugget. When I met you a few years ago, and I still have it, I still have my "Don't Be an Asshole" t-shirt.
Okay.
And that to me is like everything you said in a nutshell is don't be an asshole.
That's my religion. I've got posters too that say family rule. It's on the wall. Don't be an asshole.
It's like, it's so succinct and perfect, and we don't need it to be any more flowery than that.
No.
It's perfect.
But you know where it came from? So it's not my original idea. I think it was Urban Outfitters, or one of those bougie, like 20-something stores. They had, a friend of mine was wearing the t-shirt, and I said, "Oh my God, I love your shirt." And I said, "Where did you get it?" And she said, "Is it Urban Outfitters, or what's the other one?
Urban Behavior or Urban Planet or something?"
No, there's something even fancier that I love to go in, but I can't buy anything.
Oh, okay.
It's so expensive. Yeah. I'll find out and I'll email you. I've got mom brain. But the t-shirt was fucking $60. And I said, "Those guys are assholes for making this t-shirt for $60 that say don't be an asshole. You're the asshole."
That's right.
So I went and made my own t-shirts with a nicer font.
They're beautiful. High quality.
That's what I say to you.
I mean, I bought one for my husband. He wears it constantly.
Oh, and I also made a mask,
Oh,
Hillary McMillan, and it says "Don't be an asshole" across it.
oh, awesome.
So I
That's
have
it.
people are saying, "Oh, can I buy some?" So Hillary McMillan is a Canadian designer,
All
and
right.
if you order through her, they're $38, and you
Right.
can get "Don't be an asshole" across it. And what you're doing when you pay $38, you're paying for 2 free masks sent to Michael Garron Hospital, and you get your own mask. And
Oh,
it's
that's amazing.
yeah.
I should
So
put a link up for that. That's what I'll do. It's
yeah.
Hillary McMillan.
Yeah, so I'm not getting any money, and she's an amazing Canadian designer who's inclusive, all sizes.
Sweet.
Ugh, can't say enough.
Amazing. Amazing. Well, it's been so good to talk to you. Do you have any parting words for us
Don't be an asshole.
in a nutshell? It's beautiful.
And that goes for me too. I look at it in
Oh,
the mirror because I can be such an asshole.
oh, I can be a major asshole. That I think I've made abundantly clear. If not before, definitely in the last 4 months.
Oh,
So, and
sure.
I'm looking forward to coming out of this and coming to your next show, because you're going to keep doing Time Out, right? Because
Yeah,
that was so fun.
I think I'm also gonna. I think I'm gonna do like outdoor. I'm doing an outdoor concert um, Thursday, July 23rd in
Okay.
Beach. Susie McNeil singing, and I think I'm going to also have a drag show, and then I also think I'm going to do a my comedy show. I'm tumbling in
Amazing.
my dryer amidst the real estate business too.
Amazing. Amazing. So like you don't have enough to do. That's amazing. But that's how you manage mental illness right there.
Yeah,
You do what
yeah.
you need to do.
And then you take your breaks in between. Like I get up at like 4:35 now because
Yeah.
I do, and then I take my medications, my vitamins. I still have pastries, but I exercise, and then I will take a nap, and I don't feel guilty for that. And
Yep.
then I go to bed at 10. You just have to
Awesome.
do you.
Regiment. Get your routine.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Well,
yeah.
thank you, Erin. You look
Oh,
beautiful. It's so good to see you.
thank you. Nice to see
And
you.
okay. Thanks for
Okay.
joining us.
Bye,
Bye.
everyone.
See ya.
Say yeah.
Yay. That was Erin Keaney, everybody, and tons of good advice right out of the gate. She had a lot of amazing things to say. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you enjoy learning along with me as I continue this quest to get better at doing my mental healthness and dealing with my mental healthness and doing the show. So please, if you want to, like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and that way you'll know every time we drop a new episode, which is going to be every week, as long as I can stay on top of it. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.